Good morning, everybody. Welcome to church this morning. It's so good to see you all. We're in the presence of God when we're in this room together this morning, and the Spirit is moving. Would you stand and sing with us? Step out of the shadows, step out of the grave, break into the wild, and don't be afraid. Run into wide open spaces, grace is waiting for you. Dance like the weight has been lifted. Grace is waiting. Where the Spirit of the Lord is, there is freedom. There is freedom. Where the Spirit of the Lord is, there is freedom. There is freedom. Come out of the dark, just as you are, into the fullness of His love. For the Spirit is here, let there be freedom, and let there be freedom. Bring all of the burdens, bring all of the scars, and come back to communion, come back to the start, and run into wide open spaces. Grace is waiting for you. Dance like the weight has been lifted. Grace is waiting. Where the Spirit of the Lord is, there is freedom. There is freedom. Where the Spirit of the Lord is, there is freedom. There is freedom. Come out of the dark, just as you are, into the fullness of His love. For the Spirit is here, let there be freedom, and let there be freedom. Thank you for your freedom in this place, God. Thank you for your freedom in our hearts. Chains will fall, prisons shake at the sound of Jesus' name. Lives made whole, hearts awake at the sound of Jesus' name. And chains will fall, prisons shake at the sound of Jesus' name. Lives made whole, hearts awake at the sound of Jesus' name. Where the Spirit
can't control what tomorrow will bring, but I know here in the middle is the place where you promised to be. I'm not enough unless you come. Will you meet me here again? Need you, Lord. 'Cause all I want is all you are. Will you meet me here again? Let's invite the Holy Spirit's presence into our hearts this morning. As I walk now through the valley, let your love rise above every fear, like the sun shaping the shadow. In my weakness, your glory appears. Not enough, Lord. must you come? Will you meet me here again? 'Cause all I want is all you are. Will you meet me here again? Father, that's our prayer this morning. Our prayer is that you meet us right where we are, Lord. Right here, right now. And all of the things that we bring in here with us this morning, Lord. Will you meet us right here? Speak to our hearts. Remind us that you are good and we are loved. Amen. You can be seated. Through your story is my fingerprints. In the valley there is confidence. In the shadow I will be your strength. One thing's for sure, I am your Lord.
In the chaos, I will be your joy. When you finish, I have so much more. In the waiting, I'm an open door. Stand still and know I am your Lord. There'll be times when you're up and times when you're down. I'm never too far. Just look around and you'll find me. I'm by your side, arms open wide. I am good, you are loved. Oh, I am good, you are loved.
So what was and is covered by the one who was and is. You're covered by love. What was and is covered by the one who was and is. You're covered by love. I am good and you are loved. Oh, I am good and you are loved. Oh, yeah. There'll be times when you're
Times
up
when you're up,
and times when you're
times when
down.
you're down.
Never too far.
Just look around and you'll find me. I'm by your side, arms open wide.
And I am good and you are loved. Oh, I am good and you are loved. Yeah, yeah. I am good and you are loved. So no matter what comes or goes, one thing that you must know is that I am good, you are loved. So what was and is covered by the one who was and is. You're covered by a love who was and is.
You're covered by love. Covered by my love. Covered by love. Covered by my love. Doesn't matter where you've been. Doesn't matter what you've done. Doesn't matter who you are, you're still covered. Covered. You're covered. You're still covered. Covered. You're covered. Ooh, and if you forget, just lift your head. My banner over you is love. If you forget, just lift your head. My banner over you is love. If you forget, just lift your head. My banner over you is love. If you forget, just lift your head. My banner over you is love. My banner over you is love. What was and is covered by the one who was and is. You're covered by love. What was and is covered by the one who was and is. You're covered by love. I am good, you are loved. Oh, I am good, you are loved. Oh, I am good, you are loved. Always remember, I am good and you are
Good morning, Daybreak. I'm Matt, and I want to welcome you to our Good Hope Road and Gettysburg Pike campuses today. We're so glad you're here. If you're new to us, we'd love to say hi and get to know you, so stop out at the hub after the service, and we'll answer any questions you have about Daybreak. If you're new to Daybreak in the last few weeks or months, and you're thinking you might want to make this church your church, come hear what next steps are available to you at our next gathering on Sunday, December 8th from noon to 1 p.m. Lunch is on us, so come get to know our staff and learn more about our church. RSVP for you and whoever attends church with you by checking the box on your response card or by visiting next.db.church. God's heart for the world has always been part of our DNA at Daybreak. Our Greater Alliance family roots call us to pray, give, and go to support God's work globally, and we're passionate about answering that call. That's why this year we're excited to announce that we'll be broadening our global ministry offerings to provide more ways to engage year-round. From building a larger global partner care team to taking short-term trips various seasons of the year, we encourage our entire church family to get in on what God is doing around the world. The first new way we're inviting you to do that is through our spring trip to Cuba. Get info about this March 2020 short-term trip, as well as our summer trips, in the lobby today. The deadline to apply for Cuba is December 22nd, so be sure to grab some info and get all your questions answered by a member of our Global Ministries team. Our next 7th Inning Stretch Friday Fun Night for kids with special needs and their siblings is coming up on December 13th. Come help us love kids like Jesus and give parents a free night out. To sign up to serve, visit 7thinningstretch.db.church. Or, if you can't serve at the event, consider donating a restaurant gift card to bless the parents of the kids we're serving. Just drop donations off to the KidMin desk at either campus. Christmas will be here before we know it, and we're already planning to make it a meaningful experience for each of you as well as our guests. Before then, though, we need your help to get our campuses ready for the season. Each year, our Finishing Touch ministry does a phenomenal job of decorating our buildings for Christmas, and they invite our entire church family to join them. Come help decorate our Gettysburg Pike campus on Saturday, November 30th, or our Good Hope Road campus on Monday, December 2nd. To sign up to serve, write decorating on your response card or email Susie Andrews. Our Primetime Adult Ministry has 2 awesome Christmas events coming up. Join them for Christmas caroling at the Woods at Cedar Run on Sunday, December 8th, and then come share in a Christmas dinner together on Saturday, December 14th. Get more info and sign up for these events in the lobby or online at primetime.db.church. Through Daybreak, God is changing lives, and I hope you know just how much your generosity sustains the incredible ministry that helps people meet Jesus here. If you consider Daybreak home, invest in what God is doing through our church family by giving online at give.db.church or by putting cash or a check in an offering envelope. Those envelopes and your response cards can be dropped in the boxes as you exit. And if you know you'll be missing an upcoming Sunday, be sure to watch our services live online at live.db.church. Want to know what else is going on around here? Check out The Scoop and connect with us online throughout the week. Thanks for joining us today. We're looking forward to a great morning.
Good morning, everybody. Oh, welcome to Daybreak today. So glad that you're here with us. If you're new today, welcome. My name is Rick. I'm the campus pastor here, and so grateful to be with our church family together in worship this morning. Some of you are, this morning, you're thrown off because you say, I usually come into the service when the first song is ending, and I came in and you guys were still worshiping, so you're wondering if there was a time change or what happened, that we're doing things a little differently this morning. We have set aside today as a special treat. Today, our heart and our goal is that we can just give you a gift today, and that's to be in God's presence together as a church family. And so, yeah, we're switching things up today. It's going to be a little bit different. We want you to enjoy this time, but mostly we want you to engage with God today. And just however God leads your heart this morning, that you'll be able to be in His presence and that you'll experience change and transformation as you're in God's presence this morning. Well, earlier this week, I was preparing the devotional for today, and I say devotional because we're just going to do a mini sermonette, so we'd have time for other things today. And Dan Matarisi, who leads our Celebrate ministries, all of our worship arts ministries and others, Dan said to me, hey, Rick, do you think it would be okay if I did the first part of the little message this week? And I was like, Dan, that would be amazing. I've been encouraging Dan. Dan's got so much. He shepherds so well in the ministry that he leads and has so much in his heart. I said, that would be fantastic. So the next day I called him and I said, hey, Dan, why don't you just do the whole thing this Sunday? I think it would be great. And so he's excited. He's got so much to share. It might be more than a sermonette. No, Dan's got a great passion for God that you're going to enjoy hearing from him this morning. Well, last weekend we kind of wrapped up our Wide Open series with a culmination to that event where we came together with our commitments to God, and in this beautiful way as a church family, everyone came forward as if to say, God, I want to be generous like you. God, I want to have your heart for people. I want to have your heart for the world. And so many of you came forward and made sacrificial commitments, and it was just a beautiful, beautiful act of surrender as a church family. And I want you to know that the Wide Open Initiative, I believe, has been the largest discipleship initiative that we've ever done as a church together. And I say discipleship initiative because more of you engaged in saying, Jesus, how do you want me to be obedient and take a next step of faith in my followership of you? And that is an awesome thing. And so far we've seen the church family engage in a way that we've just never seen our church family engage before. And so we're really, really excited about what God might want to do in and through us as a church in the days ahead as we continue to see this kind of surrender. And if you missed last Sunday, it's okay. There's still opportunity to get involved for this Sunday and next Sunday. You'll see there's a commitment card in your worship guide today, and you can go ahead and fill that out and make a commitment this Sunday or next Sunday, or you can do that online as well, because the following Sunday, 2 weeks from today, December the 8th, we're going to celebrate not only all that God has done and kind of the grand total of all that that you've given and our church family has committed to the Lord. It's going to be an amazing day, but we're also going to celebrate the stories of life change, your stories, some of the incredible stories that we've heard throughout this series of how God has been at work in and through us as a church family. And you're not going to want to miss December the 8th. Make sure you can be here. And if you can't be here, make sure that you catch it online. I think it's just going to be something that's going to blow you away at how good God has been at the change that has happened in the hearts of our church family as we've walked through this initiative together. And if you'd like to share your story, kind of share the heart behind your commitment, you can still do that. There's lots of ways that you can do that, but you can write it on a response card, you can email it into the staff, or you can share it directly at generositystory.db.church. We would love to have you share your story with us. So I want to go ahead and welcome you to stand up, say good morning to one or two people, and then let's just continue to engage in worship together today.
I have seen the pace of your life, the stress, the anxiety, the constant movement, rushing from one place to the next, chasing after your desires, or running from your fears. I see how you struggle, striving to meet your needs all on your own. I see the burdens placed upon you and the burdens you place upon yourself. In the midst of this chaos and hurry, I am calling out to you to slow down. Be still and know that I am God. It is I who set the earth in motion. It is I who sustains you, protects you, and provides for your needs. Come to me, all who labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest. Trust in me with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. Do not let your hearts be troubled, and do not be afraid, for I will never leave you. Let your soul find rest in me, and let the peace of Christ rule in your hearts. For neither death nor life, the present nor the future, neither height nor depth, nor anything else in all creation will be able to separate you from my love. In this world, you will have trouble, but take heart. I have overcome the world.
Breathe, to take air, oxygen, into the lungs, to expel it, to inhale, to exhale, to pause, as for breath, to take rest. The human body can only survive a few minutes without oxygen before damage starts to occur. After 10 minutes, the damage in many times is irreversible. And after 15 minutes, very few people ever regain a lot of the function that they lost. So our Creator, in all of His wisdom and love, designed our bodies with this beautiful yet complex system that keeps us reliant on our ability to take a breath one moment at a time. For those of you that don't know me, as Rick said, my name is Dan Matarisi, the resident Italian on staff, and I have the absolute privilege of leading our Celebrate Ministries, which is all related to creative things on Sunday. Most Sundays you see me back there jumping around with my guitar, having an absolute blast worshiping with you. My wife, Ashley, and I think Ashley's there she is. We've called Daybreak home since 2005. We are so blessed and honored to be a part of this church family. So today I want to invite you to something that may be a little bit different for some of you. I want to invite you to slow down, to be still, to take a breath, to be in the presence of God and let it be the thing that sustains you and provides for all your needs. How many of you are runners in any way, shape, or form? All right, fantastic. How about long distance runners? Like 5Ks, 10Ks, half marathons, marathons. How many crazy people do those mega, whatever, ultra marathon? That is nuts. All right, so you guys know that feeling when you've just crossed the finish line, right, in a race? That beautiful combination in your body and mind of joy, pain, relief, exhaustion. Well, for me, and maybe for you too, fall can sometimes feel like a marathon from a spiritual, physical, and emotional perspective. You've got kids starting school, you've got small groups starting up again, fall sports, semesters are beginning, projects are ramping up at work, and here in central Pennsylvania, those beautiful fall colors in our foliage last all about 3 days until the gray comes in and the winter of discontent begins. Look, beyond all the stuff that fills our schedule, for those of us that are on this faith journey and doing our best to walk this thing out, we also know that surrender doesn't always feel easy. It is the most beautiful and freeing thing. But at times it requires intentionality. It requires us to open up our fists. And at times it involves a willingness for us to sacrifice. Mix into all of that the inspiring way in which our church family has grappled over the last 6 weeks in our generosity initiative, and it's easy to see why we all could feel a little bit tired. Now, some of you are struggling to stay with me because I just said the doomed 7-letter word, grapple. If you remember 2 weeks ago, when Jason was speaking, he shared this photo. So, Susie, one of our staff members, had kind of been pretty clear that she was done with the grapple. As one of my small groups members said, I'm done with the grapple. Enough with the grapple. Susie had mentioned that and shared it. Hey, I'm kind of done with this word. Well, later that day, the next day I think actually, her and Pastor Sean, her husband, were driving, and look at the car that ends up in front of them with the license plate grapple. Well, now, earlier this week, Rick and I go out to lunch at a fine dining establishment in central Pennsylvania, Teriyaki Express in the Capital City Mall, and one of the best lunches money can buy. And would you know it, as we walk through the parking lot at the mall, we see this same car with the same license plate. Maybe God is encouraging us to grapple a little bit more and to not let go. Listen, for those of you who are really accuracy-driven, I get it. That says grapple. It does not say grapple. But grapple does not make for a fun story, so we are going to go with grapple. Listen, guys, fall can be crazy. You may be feeling like me that you have nothing left in the tank. Here's the good news. The holidays are coming. Oh, the holidays. A time for rest, relaxation, and reduced schedules, right? It is the most wonderful time of the year. I do actually love the holidays. They combine two of my passions in life, cookies and the sweet angelic voice of Bing Crosby. Hey, listen, the holidays are beautiful in more ways than I can describe. But we know that in themselves, they actually may take more from us than they offer to us. There is so much offered to us in this season that just keeps us busy. It doesn't keep us happy, content, or joyful. Actually, our entire culture, especially during the Christmas season, is built on pushing this narrative of discontent. No offense to all my marketing friends in the room, but a lot of the ads you see, their entire purpose is to make you believe that you need this one other thing that you don't already have. In the seasons, our minds are flooded with never-ending questions. Did I buy enough for my kids? How am I going to afford that? When am I going to see grandma? Did I do enough for my parents? Oh my goodness, I forgot to get my wife something. Hey, if we're not careful, the holidays will give us what I like to call a case of the overs. We can come out of them overcommitted, overtired. We will have overspent, overscheduled, overeaten, and by the end, we are simply just over it. Hey, I'm not trying to convince you that the holidays are bad. They are not. But again, by themselves, they will run us dry. But Jesus came to offer a better way. Jesus offers contentment. He offers rest. He offers peace. He offers grace. Matthew chapter 11, verses 28 to 30 say this: "Come to me, all of you who are weary and carry heavy burdens, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you. Let me teach you, because I am humble and gentle at heart, and you will find rest for your souls. For my yoke is easy to bear, and the burden I give you is light." So that's Jesus' offer to you, to us. All the great information, possessions, and busyness and entertainment of the season we're about to go into will not satisfy your thirst. Actually, it will probably just make you more thirsty. But finding ways to breathe in a little bit of Jesus each day in this holiday season, I think it could change everything. About a year ago, a few of us on the worship team were talking about the daily rhythms of our faith journey, and we came to this crazy realization. We can sometimes equate God's ability to sustain us in the way we think about our car and having to go to the gas station. So we drive around, we're going really hard, until we notice that little yellow E on our dashboard that reminds us that we're empty. And then we go to the gas station, we fill up, and we leave. And we keep driving around, and we go, until we are empty again. But what if we started to view our relationship with God a little bit differently? What if we start to view it the way we talked about oxygen and breathing? See, I think that's actually a more accurate sense of how God, in all of his wisdom and love, designed us. We need God moment by moment to sustain us, to bring us joy, to help us be content. Just like the oxygen that fills our lungs, we can't store up more than just what we need for that next breath. We need to learn to take in what the Father offers us breath by breath, moment by moment. As I mentioned earlier, this isn't about discouraging us from engaging in all that the holiday season has to offer. After all, there's so much beauty in gathering with family, to be thankful, and there's a lot of good things about celebrating the birth of our Savior. But guys, we know that those good and beautiful things aren't the things that give us peace. So in John chapter 7, Jesus is in Judea during the Feast of the Tabernacles, also called the Festival of Shelters. These feasts involved a long pilgrimage for most of the Jewish people and usually lasted a week or so. There is so much cool stuff going on in this chapter, but the thing that stands out is at the end, on the last day of the festival, knowing where everybody had been, probably knowing that people were tired, maybe a little bit worn. This is what Jesus says in John 7:37 and 38. On the last day, the climax of the festival, Jesus stood and shouted to the crowds, "Anyone who is thirsty may come to me. Anyone who believes in me may come and drink. For the scriptures declare rivers of living water will flow from his heart." So that is our hope for you today. It's my hope for you today, that you might pause, enter into worship, and experience the rivers of living water that Jesus talks about in John chapter 7. And I believe that is honestly what we are all truthfully thirsty for. So as the worship team makes their way back up to the platform, I want you to reflect for a moment. Where are you today? What's the burden that you're carrying? Is it family issues? Is it the stress of the holidays coming? Is it all that we just talked about in the fall being so busy and so hectic? Are you facing big life transitions and you just need Jesus to make himself clear to you right now? Wherever you are today and wherever you may be on your faith journey, I want to encourage you to do this one thing. Slow down this morning. Breathe in the presence of God. I get it. It sounds a little crazy, but trust me, it is the only thing that will sustain you and allow your soul to breathe. So as we spend the rest of the morning worshiping, please feel the freedom to express yourself however you feel led to. At any point, you can write a prayer in your response card. You can write a personal response. You can stand, you can sit, you can lift your arms, you can open your hands, you can come to the front. There really are no rules. Just be open to whatever God may be prompting you to. Would you close your eyes and sit and receive this word of blessing from our Father? I'm calling out to you to slow down. Be still and know that I am God. It is I who set the earth in motion. It is I who sustains you, protects you, and provides for your needs. Come to me, all who labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest. Trust in me with all your heart, and lean not on your own understanding. Do not let your hearts be troubled, and do not be afraid, for I will never leave you. Let your soul find rest in me, and let the peace of Christ rule in your hearts. For neither death nor life, the present nor the future, nor height nor depth, nor anything else in all creation will be able to separate you from my love. In this world you will have trouble, but take heart, I have overcome the world. God, simply put, we just want you. We're thankful for all that you provide, for the seasons that have come, for the seasons that are ahead. But none of that compares to what we have in you. We want your presence. We want to return to it every day. We want to live in it. We want to breathe it in moment by moment. We want to simply be with you. Help us to breathe you in this morning and each day. Amen.
I'm caught up in your presence. I just wanna sit here at your feet. I'm caught up in this holy moment. I never wanna leave. Oh, I'm not here for blessings. Jesus, you don't owe me anything. And more than anything that you can do, I just want you. And I'm sorry when I've just gone through the motions. I'm sorry when I just sang another song. And take me back to where we started. I open up my heart to you. I'm sorry when I've come with my agenda. I'm sorry when I forgot that you're enough. And take me back to where we started. I open up my heart to you. I'm caught up in your presence. I just wanna sit here at your feet. I'm caught up in this holy moment. I never wanna leave. Oh, I'm not here for blessings. Jesus, you don't owe me anything. So more than anything that you can do, I just want you. I just want you and nothing else, and nothing else, and nothing else will do. I just want you and nothing else, nothing else, and nothing else will do. I just want you, and nothing else, and nothing else, and nothing else will do. I just want you, and nothing else, and nothing else, nothing else will do. Sing this to him. I just want you, and nothing else, and nothing else, and nothing else will do. Oh, I just want you, and nothing else, and nothing else, nothing else will do. Oh, I just want you, and nothing else, and nothing else, and nothing else will do. Yeah, I just want you, and nothing else, and nothing else, Jesus, nothing else will do. Oh, I just want you, and nothing else, and nothing else, and nothing else will do. Oh, I just want you, and nothing else, and nothing else, nothing else will do. I'm caught up in your presence. I just want to sit here at your feet. I'm caught up in this holy moment. I never want to leave. Oh, I'm not here for blessings. Jesus, you don't owe me anything. So more than anything that you can do, I just want you.
Come unto me, all who are weary. Come unto me, all who weep. Come unto me, all who are burdened, and I will give you rest. Come unto me, come unto me, all who are thirsty. Come unto me, all who are faint. Come unto me, all who are sorrowed, and I will give you rest. I'll give you rest for your soul. I'll give you peace through the storm. I'll give you joy and make you whole. Come unto me, I'll give you rest. I'll give you rest. a hope for the broken. There is a peace for your soul. There is a joy that comes from heaven. He'll never let you go. I'll give you rest for your soul. I'll give you peace through the storm. I'll give you joy and make you whole. Come unto me. I'll give you rest. He says, I'll give you rest for your soul. I'll give you peace through the storm. I'll give you joy and make you whole. Come unto me. I'll give you rest. Come unto me. I'll give you rest. I'll give you rest.
Worthy of every song we could ever sing, worthy of all the praise we could ever bring, worthy of every breath we could ever breathe. We live for you, Jesus. Jesus, the name above every other name. Jesus, the only one who could ever save. You're worthy of every breath we could ever breathe. We live for you. Oh, we live for you. And holy, there is no one like Sometimes I feel so shaken, but I don't have to feel shaken. God, you are my strength. You are my shield. You go before me. You're all around me. And you do it out of your great love that I can't even understand. Just when I think I'm starting to know how much you love me, I don't get it. God, speak to us. Speak your love to us. And even if we can't understand it, weave it into our souls so that we can know it and that we can believe it until we do understand it when we're standing face to face with you in glory. We offer the love that we have to you as an offering, as the only gift we can give. And he is jealous for me. He loves like a hurricane. I am a tree bending beneath the weight of his wind and mercy. And all of a sudden, I am unaware of these afflictions, eclipsed by glory. And I realize just how beautiful you are and how great your affections are for me. And oh, how he loves us all. Oh, how he loves us. How he loves us so. He is jealous for me. He loves like a hurricane. I am a tree bending beneath the weight of his wind and mercy. And all of a sudden, I'm unaware of these afflictions eclipsed by glory. And I realize just how beautiful you are and how great your affections are for me. And oh, how he loves us all. Oh, how he loves us. How he loves us all. Yeah, he loves us. Oh, how he loves us. Oh, how he loves us. Oh, how he loves. Yeah, he loves us. Oh, how he loves us. Oh, how he loves us. Oh, how he loves. And we are his portion, and he is our prize, drawn to redemption by the grace in his eyes. If his grace is an ocean, we're all sinking. And heaven meets earth like an unforeseen kiss, and my heart turns violently inside of my chest. And I don't have time to maintain these regrets when I think about the way that he loves us. Oh, how he sing it out, just our voices this morning.
Lamentations 3:22-25 says, because of the Lord's great love, we are not consumed, for his compassions never fail. They're new every morning. Great is your faithfulness. I say to myself, the Lord is my portion, therefore I will wait for him. The Lord is good to those whose hope is in him, to the one who seeks him. And today, this is the invitation he gives you to seek. Come to me. Come to me. All of you who are weary and carry heavy burdens, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you. Let me teach you, because I am humble and gentle at heart, and you will find rest for your souls. And the beautiful thing is that we don't have to wait till Sunday every week to do that. This week, throughout your week, come to him, seek him, let him teach you. And his word says you will find rest for your souls. Thanks for being here today. We're so grateful to have you as part of our church family, to be able to have these beautiful moments of worship with God together. If you didn't get a chance to fill out your response card, you can feel free to do that now. If you have any prayer requests, feel free to put those on there, and you can put those response cards as well as any commitment cards you might have filled out today in the white boxes as you go. But as you head into this week, take a breath. Breathe out all the chaos, breathe out all the stress, and breathe in your Heavenly Father who loves you. Go this week in peace.